Greetings! So first of all, a major apology. I did not mean to go that long without making a video. It's been a big year so far. I graduated university, had to find a full-time job, got a full-time job, and working a full-time job, and it kind of all got a bit out of hand with trying to make videos. But I just pretty much grabbed my excuses, kicked them in the face, so I'm back. Hello! Apologies in advance if this is up late. My internet is just fantastic. In this video I want to talk about last week's topic, which was world building, and this week's topic, which is character building. I've always liked writing, but when I was in high school I was going to be an actress, and so taking characters and making them my own was kind of the way I first got into storytelling, and so when I enter a story, whether it's writing my own or reading one of someone else's, I definitely come from the character perspective. In the past, however, world building has freaked me out a little bit. When I decided that I wanted to write science fiction and speculative fiction, one of the things that I always kind of set for myself was that I was going to write within the real world, because I didn't want to have to create a whole, another dimension. I was never going to do interdimensional or outer space stuff. The whole idea of having to create a world with rules, I mean, I know I'm not J.K. Rowling, I can't just come up with that stuff, but it always freaked me out a little bit. So I have a couple of tips that I use myself when I'm building both a world and a character. I'm going to start with the world building tips. So what originally put me off world building was this idea that you have to write massive chunks of text in order to communicate what the world looks like, where everything is, and the rules of that world to the reader, and I just hate reading that stuff. One of the things that I do that helps me with this is I use all of the 5 senses. First of all, obviously, we've got what the world looks like. What sounds can the character hear? What does the air taste like? And what does it feel like? Is it clammy? Is it freezing? I find that the 5 senses are really great things because we use them every day. And when you're reading, it's a great way to immerse your character in the world without having to explain every detail of the room to them. And this brings me to character building. Knowing how they would react to certain situations is something that I try and find out. I do this through a number of different ways. Obviously, first talking to my character, putting them in my mind in different situations. Like I might be at the store and I'm like trying to decide between low-fat cheese and regular cheese, and I'll be like, what would my character choose? Even if you don't know the answer straight away, you can figure out the line of justification in your head and you already know your character better. Another thing I like to do in building a character to make them really three-dimensional and experiment with what I want their personality to be like is I take online quizzes for them, but not just personality quizzes, diagnostic quizzes. So are they a narcissist? Do they have any social disorders? Are they perhaps, antisocial and they can't handle environment with lots of people? Or how would they react in a party situation? And I find that usually the results are probably more to the extreme, but that's what I like. I like starting with extreme personality traits, and then once I've written those I can pull them back in, but it's harder to start with a character that's kind of blank and try and stretch them out in the text. I find it's easy to pull them back in. Anyway, again, I'm super sorry that this took so long, and I'm sorry if this is late, and I'm just sorry that I keep saying sorry. We'll be posting on Friday, hopefully, if my internet's better. It shouldn't be late, but I will try. I bought a Twinkie yesterday. So we don't have Twinkies in Australia. We don't have Hostess. We don't have this. This doesn't expire until I will be 28 by the time this expires. What? I could conceivably have a child and give this to them on their first day of kindergarten, pre-K, I don't know what you guys call it. I'm scared to eat it. I'm scared. Is it gonna give me radioactive powers? Turn me into a zombie? It just scares me a little bit, guys.